1. Eight.
Well, Cliff just 9 points behind. There's a red on into the corner pocket.
Nine. $16.
Well, Cliff just about 6 inches shorter than he wanted there. The red to the left of the pack is the one he played to get on. He's still thinking about taking that particular red, but the white would be going in amongst the other reds, so wouldn't have too much idea where it would finish up. Decides on the single red towards the right corner pocket. And he's overcut that.
Cliff Thorburn, 16.
Isn't that easy a shot? Cliff will be a bit disappointed, but it was pretty tough. Steve Davis just 1 point in front in this frame. And he's is he? Yes, he's filing his tip there. He just didn't quite see that, but now chalking it. Sometimes it gets a little bit shiny on the top there. And the file just sort of means that you can get the chalk back onto it.
One. Eight.
And Steve overrunning that few inches. The red he played to get on is no longer on, looking at the possibility of a plant. And I think he'll be making sure of getting that cue ball down to the walk end. Just 9 points in the frame at the moment. And they've obviously got that worked out to perfection. And every chance here to make this a frame-winning break.
15.
Well, would you believe it?
Steve Davis.
Simple black off the spot, and
15.
Steve Davis, well, I feel sure he can't believe it. With just 16 points in the game. All the colours in the bottom half of the table. In fact, that's rather unusual. 4 reds at the top end. And Cliff Thorburn would be quite happy
6.
to take another 4 reds and 4 blues.
Seven. $12. $13.
Three points behind, this blue would take him into a 2-point lead.
$18.
And this time Cliff contemplating potting the black. That will certainly run the cue ball up towards the last red.
$26.
Oh, Cliff Thorburn goes into a 10-point lead. 35 points still on the table.
$27.
Well, the problem ball is going to be the green. That's on the side cushion, as you can see. Quite an easy blue, not too difficult to get onto the yellow, but how to get onto the green will be the problem.
$32.
Cliff, in fact, may play to leave himself a double on the green.
$34.
He's been playing attacking snooker all afternoon. Now, will he play the double or go for the safety shot?
Worth a lot of money, that shot. Now just
37.
needs the brown to make Steve Davis require snookers. That brown puts him 25 points in front.
41.
Just 18 left on the table. I don't think we'll be seeing Steve Davis come out of his corner.
46.
Oh, another fight back from Cliff Thorburn.
Cliff Thorburn, 46 on frame.
And Steve Davis concedes, and the frame score is now 7 to Steve Davis, 4 to Cliff Thorburn.
Well, Cliff is trying so hard to claw his way back. Can he narrow the gap further? Join us in a couple of minutes. Back to Jameson International Snooker and the final between Steve Davis and Cliff Thorburn. Cliff still 3 frames adrift at 7-4, and now Steve needing just 2 for victory. Well, the world champion is in a 21 break in the 12th frame, and he leads overall 21 points to 13.
Oh, that was a very good recovery shot, but is he on a red? Obviously he is.
$27.
And now nicely back into position. Choice of pink or black.
$33.
And once again, the positional shot has gone astray. He didn't come back as far as he wanted. Wanted to be on the red that's nearest to the pink. So it's the one that he's playing, but it's quite a cut. Where it should have been a straight pot. And there's the result.
33. Steve Davis.
Yeah, Steve Davis just 20 points in front. And a possible chance here for Cliff Thorburn to sneak this one into the corner pocket, I think.
One.
And that was a helpful little cannon onto the green. So good opportunity now for Cliff Thorburn to get right back into this frame. Has he overcut that one? Would you believe it?
Cliff Thorburn, 1.
Well, Cliff will be feeling a little bit sick after that. Steve Davis still sitting in his chair. He can't quite believe that the green stopped over the pocket. There it's sitting right on the edge.
One.
Yeah, the pink this time can be replaced on its own spot.
Eight.
Well, didn't get onto the pink as he intended, but the green, of course, right over the pocket. No problem whatsoever. And Steve Davis now 30 points in front. Still 5 reds on the table.
$12. $17. $18.
Well, the positional shot seemed to be going just a little bit astray. Tempted to get onto the pink there. And that was a great recovery shot.
23. $24.
43 points the difference. Just a possible 43 on the table. So just the blue to leave Cliff Thorburn wanting snookers.
$29. $30. $35. $36. Steve Davis, 41 on free Pacific.
Well, Cliff Thorburn decides that 60 points adrift is far too much that he can cope with. And Steve Davis at the end of all goes into an 8-frame-to-4 lead.
So now Steve Davis is just 1 frame from victory and regaining the Jameson International title. Can he do it in frame 13?
Frame number 13 of this best of 17 frame final of the 1983 Jameson. And Cliff Thorburn needing to win every one of the frames now to win the title. And Steve Davis, of course, he just needs to win 1 frame. Well, they've just had a 30-minute interval. And Steve comes out and knocks a long red in and made it look very easy.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. 17.
And Steve Davis stroking the ball absolutely beautifully.
Twenty-four.
So 3 reds, 3 blacks.
Steve Davis, 24.
So, a 24 break by Steve Davis. But he's left Cliff Thorburn in with a chance here.
One. Eight. Nine.
Now, will Cliff elect to split the reds after he's potted this blue? He's got the absolute perfect angle to do so. And that's a little bit how they've been going for Cliff Thorburn
14.
most of today. knocked a few reds about, but doesn't appear to have left himself one to pot.
Cliff Thorburn, 14. Thank you, Steve.
Well, another terrific long pot by Steve Davis. He's got an easy brown or green to pot and then get back amongst those reds.
Five.
And as you see there, he's got perfect position for the red into the corner, but electing to take the one into the middle pocket. And he's changed his mind again.
Six. Twelve. Thirteen.
Steve Davis now in a 23-point lead. And quite a few points can be collected here.
$19. $20. Touching ball.
Well, that's a rare bad positional shot from Steve Davis, but
Steve Davis, 20.
he's put Cliff Thorburn into real trouble with that one. So Cliff Thorburn trailing by 30 points. And I suppose if there's any man in the game liable to come back from this position, Cliff would be the man most people would choose. Now, where's the white going?
Ball stroke, 4, Steve Davis.
And this poor fella, nothing's going right. And he's got the prospect of having to drive through the night to Bristol. He starts the tournament, players' tournament, own tournament in Bristol tomorrow.
One. Six. Seven.
And I feel from this position that Steve will surely clinch the title.
$13.
Well, he's
14.
certainly been the most consistent and outstanding player of this tournament. I would think that this year he started off better
21.
than he has done for a couple of seasons since he had his magnificent season in '81.
22.
Now 56 points in front. Only 43 points on the table, so I'm sure the 1983 Jameson title is going to Steve Davis.
29.
Marvellous audience here tonight, absolutely packed.
Steve Davis, 29.
And Cliff Thorburn concedes. He's had some marvellous battles, but there's your champion, Steve Davis, the 1983 Jameson International Open champion.
Steve, first of all, many congratulations on regaining the Jameson title. It certainly was a final full of tension, full of drama and character, wasn't it?
That's right. I think towards the end we both missed some shots we'd normally got. And I was very pleased. I think the game was won, the first 4 frames that I won, because after that it was ding-dong, and if I hadn't won the first 4 frames, it was a bit of a buffer that was a bit hard for Cliff to get back, I think.
In fact, you'd said before the match, Cliff, that you had to make sure he didn't win the first 2, and he won the first 4.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the first 4 at the time, but he got off to a good start, and you know, he's a very difficult player to beat, and I'm a bit disappointed that I played the way that I played in the final. I think that there's quite a few players around that could have beaten me in this match.
Well, I'm sure you would wish to lessen Steve's achievement. What do you think of it? You've spent the whole of the close season travelling around the world, promoting your sport and working very hard and travelling hard, and yet you've come back as sharp as ever.
Well, I've had a lot of practice as well. I've been practicing. Before the Langs in Scotland and the Jamesons, I've been perhaps put about a month and a half of practicing, hard practice. So even though I've done a few things in the summer, I think the rest did me good, and I came back full of enthusiasm. So I was very pleased to have won today.
Well, it seems a perfect blend anyway, Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And now we move on to the presentation. And can I introduce, to make that presentation, first of all, the Group Board Director for Irish Distillers, Mr. Shane Jameson, the Director of Sales and Marketing for Jameson Whiskey, Mike Cummings, and, of course, the promoter, Mike Waterson. And so let's make the first presentation. The runner-up, £12,000 going to Cliff Thorburn. The 1983 Jameson title holder, a cheque for £24,000, also a cheque for £1,500 for the highest break of the tournament, 120, and, of course, the trophy itself, Steve Davis. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We come to the end of the 1983 Jameson International Open, and I must say that Newcastle has been the most welcoming city. We have enjoyed it. We look forward to coming back next year. As far as ITV Snooker is concerned, we look forward to your company at the World Doubles Championship. That's in Northampton in December, when Steve Davis defends his title. From all of us here in Newcastle, good night.